October 7 was Israel's darkest hour. They are our best friend. I worked for Ronald Reagan for 8 years. Ronald Reagan said, we have to be there for Israel always because they are always there for us.
Because they have a lot of our money?
Hamas is not there for us. Iran is not there for us. They want to kill us. And the Palestinians are taught to kill us at 2 years old. They won't let a Palestinian in Jordan. They won't let a Palestinian in Egypt. And Harris wants to bring them to you.
You can pause it right there.
Which is also factually incorrect.
Correct.
Yeah, he sounds like an old man yelling at the clouds.
Yeah, but if the other side is very clear, right? Mm-hmm. Trump is on the record even this week saying, I talk to Netanyahu every day. I don't want Netanyahu to listen to Biden, and you know, Biden and Harris are saying they want a ceasefire. And, you know, according to Donald Trump, he's saying, oh, don't listen to Biden, go all out in your attack on the Palestinian community. If you are somebody that issue resonates for you, can you sit out in this moment and possibly allow a regime to come in that are saying like, yo, we don't even want Palestinian people. Like, would Palestinians now be part of the people that they're talking about mass deporting?
I mean, yeah, Trump has already said that. He's already said he's going to deport people who are organizing for a free Palestine. Right. But this is the moment for the Harris campaign to be like, let me get on this issue because we are nothing like the Republicans when it comes to Palestine. We are heartbroken and devastated about this destruction. We understand the pain and the hurt, and this is how we are going to change it. This is what I'm going to tell my State Department to do every time now going forward. If Americans are caught in a war, we're not going to leave Americans behind. Right. If you murder an American, these are the requirements you have for an investigation. We are going to announce that any person of Palestinian descent is going to be, you know, have a long-term status because you understand there is not a safe place for you to go back to. They can literally sit down with, I think the best thing that she could do right now is be pictured with a Palestinian. You have not seen in over 6 months, even a year, a picture with her with someone of Palestinian descent. Not even her own congresswoman from her own party, right? Think about that. When we think about optics, what you can do. I was very happy within the Philly speech. If you looked behind her, that was like the first time someone else pointed out that you actually saw hijabis in a Democratic rally, right? This idea of, because people have been pressuring, where's your support for Muslims? Where's your support for the Muslim community? Where's your support for the Arab community? This last week was the first time you actually got to see actual top surrogates proudly saying, like, we are Muslims and we are with Harris. We are of this, conversation. People forget the uncommitted movement just asked her for a conversation and she said no. They could have had to sit down. They could have yelled, cried, and said, we won't endorse you. But the fact that she just said no, I don't know who is advising her. I think that is a problem. That could have been her I feel your pain moment. Yeah. And I think that would have endeared her, right? People obviously want policy changes. There are specific policies, arm embargo, ceasefire, the right to return. All of these things are actual policies. But when you're a politician who is not going to budge on a policy, the very least you can do is be human and meet with people and show that you care, even if you don't. And the fact that she hasn't been able to do that, I think is very problematic, especially when you have people like Elon Musk spending millions of dollars. And I've talked to people who've gotten his ads, right? Yeah. He is sending mailers to Muslims and Palestinians specifically saying Harris stands with Israel, all this type of stuff, right? You know that he is targeting people who are angry, who are traumatized, who are in pain and hurt. And what is the counter argument that they have, right? Yeah. Trump is worse. Yes, we already know Trump is worse. But how are you better? What picture do I have with you sitting with my community? What picture do I have with you with a grieving mother? And I think that is...
But doesn't Trump make the case as to how they would be better? If Trump is making a case and saying that the Biden-Harris administration is trying to hold Netanyahu back, and that he wouldn't do that. Isn't he making the case for them?
I will remember how Governor Shapiro was like, he does not support defund the police, all type of stuff, but he sat there and he took a picture holding hands with mothers whose children have been shot by police, right? Sometimes it is the optics.
Okay, gotcha.
And I think that the Harris campaign has been very good with other communities and optics. You know, her holding the picture of the young black girl, right?
Yeah.
Her with her best friends. The optics. Literally.
Her with Beyonce.
You know, her with Beyonce, right?
Yeah,
These cultural optics, right? At the restaurant, making the greens. There are things that are
her
cultural.
in One Hood's office.
that does not happen, right? So I do think that her having a round table, even if it's like a picture I think that works for her because I think, and I do think that at the end of the day, there you go. The majority of people who care about this issue are probably going to vote for her, right?
Yes.
And I think that for a lot of people, they feel like it's a betrayal of their values to vote for her.
And I understand that.
I think she has to say, you know what? Let me meet you somewhere in the middle.
I agree. So
and that's what I think would be like. Some people are too far gone, but I think you just got to show that you care, even if it's like just holding a hand.